Um, as for the rollout, and that's the scary part. Now with CBDCs, this is where things get extremely scary because if you look at financial documents through the Federal Reserve, and I don't, what's the British central bank called?
The Bank of England.
Bank of England. Yeah. So I read this in the Bank of England. So essentially, what these CBDCs will do is they'll have a social credit score and a carbon credit score, and it will track your finances, how much carbon you emit when you buy products, and it also has the ability to be turned on and off. So when you think
Right.
of CBDCs, yes, they're going to be regulated through the government, but there's a little bit more extra behind it, and it's actually sitting right under your nose in these documents that these central banks release to the public. So I encourage everybody to go to either the Bank of England, the Federal Reserve here in the United States, or just type in the main website to your central bank of your nation and read these documents because it's all in there. It's not a conspiracy theory, and
Yeah.
anyone can view and research it.
Shalom. First and foremost, I want to give all praises to Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahweh Shai, Bahashem Ha, Rakah Kodash, Ma'amath. Double honors to the apostles of Great Millstone and their elders. Double honors to my elder as well, Ahur Wan Ben Yasha Allah of the Lions Den Camp. And salutations to the fellow Akim, Outwafim, and children that believe in truth and in sincerity. It's your brother Athan Allah back to another lesson, and Yahweh Ratazah is edifying. All right, and you saw the video I just played, all right, a snippet of it, as that's what we've been telling and teaching, all right, all this time, all right, telling you that this is the plan, all right, going into the fourth industrial revolution, the new world order, the global reset, all right, that they're changing over from a paper dollar, a fiat currency, all right, ultimately to a virtual currency, which is gonna lead to one of the very few prophecies that's left, all right, and just to be the beginning of this so-called new year of theirs. You know, that's all the talks is about. It's starting off with, you know, the death of a so-called rapper of the 3-6 Mafia crew, which ultimately represent, and that's a spiritual sign from the left-hand side, you know, of what, 666, all right? Hey, it's just spiritual how the apostles deemed this year the hopeful year of all prophecy being fulfilled, you know, because what are the main two prophecies left? All right, the mandate, all right, the ultimate mandate, the MOTB, all right, and all hell breaking loose, all right, and it's all and maybe be in sync, you know, due to the fact that, hey, we going from a police, a dictatorship, all right, with a president, you know, a smoke screen of a president, ultimately to a police state, all right, you know, where they talking social credit score systems, all right. We mentioned the next phase after this whole pandemic that they were going into the carbon emissions like they have in China with the whole credit-based systems and how much carbon you use, so they can basically shut you down, shut your physical body, a human body, down, like saying, hey, you can't come outside today, hey, you've been using up too much carbon, so on and so forth. But the first scripture I want to start off with is the book of 2nd Ezra chapter 4 and verse 37. By measure have he measured the times, and by number have he numbered the times, and he doth not move nor stir them until the said measure be fulfilled. Man, and the Lord is precise. He's dotting his I's and crossing his T's to how this place is really finna end off, man, because it's gonna end off with a bang. You know, and that's ultimately why Esau Edom, he knows he has but a short time, you know, because the Lord is approaching. All right, you can feel it. We're getting more and more closer to the end. All right, but just, you know, more so going into the video of how, you know, the carbon emissions and being of a social credit system, you know, the spoiled people of America is not going to know how to act. All right. And that's going to ultimately cause chaos, man, on the streets of America. And that's ultimately what they want. So it's going to lead to the order out of chaos, ultimately. This is 2nd Ezra chapter 15. And I'll start at verse. I mean, this whole chapter is just going into what? The Jacob's trouble, man. You know, the sedition among men, the civil war that's coming to the shores of America. And this is 2nd Ezra 15 and verse 12. Egypt shall mourn, right? And we know this to be the second Egypt pertaining to Revelations 11 verse 8. And the foundation of it shall be smitten with the plagues and punishment that Yahweh shall bring upon it, right? Just as the same plagues and punishment that he brung on the first Egypt, he's bringing that upon this Egypt. You know, twofold, you know, sevenfold, man. You know, completely. It's going to be great. According to Jeremiah 30 and 7, it's going to be like no time ever before. They that till the ground shall mourn, for their seeds shall fail through the blasting and hail. And with a fearful constellation, right? Everything that you work towards in this realm carnally is going to be done away with. It's going to be for no profit. It's going to be vain. Verse 14, woe to the world and them that dwell therein, for the sword and their destruction draweth nigh, right? And one people shall stand up and fight against another, and swords in their hand. And that's going on throughout all four corners of the earth. All right, but is gradually coming into America, because this is the end all be all. This is what a main judgment is going to be, you know, in the land of the north. You know, so the Lord is getting ready to bring that destruction, man. It's drawing nigh. You know, that civil war, the people fighting against another. All right. And it's all type of philosophies and doctrines here in America for to have a versus this versus that, or this versus that, because there's all type of philosophies here. For there shall be sedition among men, and invading one another. They shall not regard their kings nor princesses, man. They don't go care who's in authority. You know, the police, your local authorities, none of them is going to matter. They're actually going to be at home to fend for themselves. And the course of their action shall stand in the power. A man shall desire to go into a city and shall not be able, right? Talking to what? Carbon emissions and things of that nature. All right. You know, you're using up too much carbon and not putting into this social, you know, this social system, this society, you know, which is going to cause a quagmire of just confusion, all right, of rage, of people not knowing what to do. And without the covering of Yahweh Ba'Shem Yahweh Shai, and without the spirit of Yahweh Ba'Shem Yahweh Shai, all right, the people are going to be led as sheep to the slaughter. Verse 18, for because of their pride, the city shall be troubled, the houses shall be destroyed, and men shall be afraid, right? You know, the demonocracy that they put throughout the four corners of the earth, them trying to, you know, put sanctions and all these type of deals, you know, backdooring and back, you know, neglecting on deals and all type of iniquities the devil has put forth. All right, it's ultimately finna come and bite him in his ass, man. And anybody who want to take part of this devil system and back this devil up is gonna fall with him. Even 2/3 of our people, all right, they're gonna be destroyed with him. You know, because of their pride. You know, their cities are troubled, the scriptures say, because of America wanting the embassy damn near in upon every nation throughout the four corners of the earth. All right, sticking their nose in everybody's business. All right, being the hammer of the earth. All right, they're gonna the hammer of the earth is broken. All right, they're gonna reap what they sow. This is verse 19. A man shall have no pity upon his neighbor, but shall destroy their houses with the sword and spoil their goods because of the lack of bread and for great tribulation, man. And this is where, you know, pressure go bust pipes, because those who, again, don't have the spirit of Yahweh Ba'Shem Yahweh Shai is going to be stuck with not knowing what to do, like a deer in headlights, man. All right. And they're going to turn into brute beasts, to where it's going to be an eye for an eye, a tooth for a tooth. It's going to be, they're going to go against their neighbor. They're going to go against their family. You know, they'll kill their own neighbor. They'll kill their own family member. They'll eat their own family member, man. You know, you got cannibalism in the scriptures on record, when it comes to perilous and troublesome times like we're approaching. All right. So you got to have a covering, man. You got to know the will of the Lord. All right. And you have to know and understand what Yahweh Ba'Shem Yahweh Shai is coming to do. All right. And learn of him, because it's nothing but trouble coming upon this place. And that's one of the few prophecies that have to be fulfilled and come to pass for us to get up out of here. And I want to say, I mentioned Jeremiah 30:7, and here it is. Alas, for that day is great, so that none is like it. It is even the time of Jacob's trouble, but he shall be saved out of it. So he is the elect. The elect is going to be pulled through the fire. 144,000 men and 1/3 men, women, and children is going to be pulled through the great, the lamentations, mournings, and woe, the destruction that's coming upon this place. All right. Which is all leading to what? Them trying to put their stamp, all right, on their new new age, man. They're trying to go into a new age, and putting that stamp on that is drawing in as much as people as they can under their new system. All right. So when the Lord breaks this system, we're ultimately free of this damn bondage up under this damn devil. We just to wait upon his only begotten son and the holy angels to bring that salvation and with the hopes of being saved. Yahweh Ratazah, we're part of that number, But those who fall to the temptation, all right, and don't have a covering, all right, is not covered, not hastening the Lord is coming, not giving a damn or a care, they're going to get caught up into it. All right. And they ultimately going to run up into this devil's system, man. And the scriptures say, woe unto them who run into Egypt for help. All right. You're going to be weak spiritually to where you're going to run into Egypt for help. And that's going to be your downfall. And this is Revelation chapter 13 and verse 15. All right. Because this ultimately how he's trying to stamp his new age in this fourth industrial revolution. All right. And that's by transferring from the paper dollar. All right. That's backed by nothing, and ultimately going into a Cbdc, which is going to cause a police state, where you're not going to be able to do nothing financially, transaction wise, without them knowing about it. And this Revelations 13 and 15, basically, becoming a new slave in their new system, being a slave all over again. Once the Lord broke the bondage, the Lord is getting ready to break that bondage. And this is Revelations 13. And pretty much, if you got this truth, you broke it already. And it's Revelations 13 and 15. And he had power to give life unto the image of the beast, that the image of the beast should both speak and cause that as many as would not worship the image of the beast should be killed. Right. That's the temptation. That's what it seems to be. All right. But the Lord didn't give us the spirit of fear. We have to have faith, and if we taste death, if need be, we have to taste death, then so be it. But we know we died in this truth. We died for truth's sake, and the Lord is going to raise us up. We coming with the Lord, man. We get first dibs. We coming with the Lord when he comes. But if you stand boldly in this truth, all right, you don't have to taste death. We all not gonna die. I believe that's in Corinthians. We shall not all die, but we shall be changed, roughly paraphrasing. Verse 16, and he calls of all, both small and great, rich and poor, free and bond, this is everybody, to receive a mark in their right hand or in their foreheads. And you got these players making, the Neuralinks and so on and so forth. All right. These devices are out here and they are in people. All right. It's just going to be Operation Warp Speed. It's going to be a speedy process to where you see a lot more of these people just pop up with these devices and things like that who have these certain ailments like paralysis and, things like that. paraplegics and stuff like that. But it's verse 17, and that no man might buy or sell save he that had the mark or the name of the beast or the number of his name. Here is wisdom. Let him that have understanding count the number of the beast, for it is the number of the man. His number is 666, right? I believe 3 scores, 3 times 20, which is 60, and 6, so 666. All right, and we mentioned your your whole symbolic on the left hand side, with the whole gematria and the 3-6 mafia, female that was a part of that group dying and all that. The beginning of the year, it's all spiritual. This is a spiritual battle. This is a spiritual war. All right, as they making their stamp and their subliminal messages. Well, the apostle deemed this year a hopeful year that the prophecies are fulfilled. And that's one of the main prophecies we hastening for them to hurry up and mandate, because we know when that is mandated, it's only a matter of time for judgment and salvation. So shalom, mahabatah, and DTA until the next one.